Welcome back, guys. I'm your host, Brett Alexander. This is another podcast, Prey Pursuit podcast. Yeah, it's been a busy spring, and the last time we were on here had Eric Clark, part of the Okayest Hunter cast. He was on to talk about a whole range of information, I guess. Mostly just kind of interviewed him, try to get to know him as another local Wisconsinite, and just hear about how Okayest Hunter was formed, and yeah, just went from there. Talked about a lot of archery hunting and public land hunting in Wisconsin, and yeah, it was a great episode. That was about 2 weeks ago, and I know I'm slacking on the podcast end, but it's been a busy couple weeks here. Had my first turkey tag season. So Wisconsin's split up. For those who don't know, they're split up into certain weeks, and I had my first tag the first week of this season for my tag, and it was a tough one. Not gonna lie, it was my first time hunting turkeys, and yeah, it was a learning curve to say the least, but. Got another tag coming up pretty soon here. Feeling confident. I kind of definitely learned from my mistakes, and I know what I'll be doing different. But yeah, I wanted to hop on and catch up with you guys. I also did a week-long taxidermy course, just learning some shoulder mounts and how to do it from start to finish. And yeah, that went pretty well. I still got to go back for another course end of May here, so looking forward to that, like expanding the range. I'll be doing a bird course and just getting education on that so I can get some up and rolling for this fall, hopefully. But a lot in the works in the meantime, and yeah, so that's where I've been. I'm gonna do something a little different this episode. I'm gonna hop on live, so bear with me. Feel free to skip forward as I get things set up here, but figure I'd try it out. I don't have too many topics specifically to chat about, so I'm hoping some people can help me out here and come chat with us a little bit. So yeah, turkey season, it's been a rough one. Before I dive into it, I'm gonna hop on live right now. Add a title. We're gonna call this Live Pod. Come talk turkey. All right, good deal. Let's see how this goes. I think this is my first time going on live during an episode, but we'll see here. Yeah, still in the basement setup. It's looking all right. Got some big old antlers in the background. I can't take credit for that. Wish I could, but no, that's my dad's bull. It was sitting back here and I was setting up for the pod. I was like, well, this will fill up some wall room for sure. Good for the meantime, but yeah, I'd be lying if I said it was mine. Just setting up a camera for the live. Let's see if I can do this in one hand, two hand maybe. But yeah, I've been filming for my own turkey hunts, trying to use that beast system, the decapitator. Um, but yeah, not I mean, I can't say I didn't get close, but oh, there we go. Yeah, I can't say I didn't get close. Definitely got close. Just, it wasn't my time, and that's okay. I'll dive a little more into that here. Just waiting for this live to get up and posted. I'm trying to figure out the right angle for this too. Like I said, bear with me, guys. This is my first time going live, and in different, different setting. Just trying to work the kinks here, get it all figured out. But yeah, so I'll kind of dive into the turkey talk, just while we're waiting. And yeah, I don't even know where to start. I with the decap system and trying to film myself and all this new, new gadgets, new calls. I really just been focused on trying to, use the cover the best as possible. And so I was running with, all right, we got some guys joining now. We're trying to get some cover with the, what do you call it? The Tidewee ground blind, and it was great advertising. I will have to say, they got me there, and I know a couple people online that use the same setup. A couple buddies of mine as well. So I was like, well, I guess I'll run that. They advertised it as like fully see-through, which it is. They're not lying. It was pretty cool compared to like old ground blinds I used to be in. But yeah, nothing too fancy other than that. It's nice and quiet with the windows. They just have like a little slide bar to open and close the windows, and it was pretty nice. Can't complain. Um, we got a request to do a turkey call. All my stuff's in my truck currently. I just haven't unpacked it yet. Otherwise, I definitely would. I mean, I gotta admit, I suck at a turkey call. It being my first season and all, it's a work in progress. I use a pot call mostly. Been practicing with the diaphragm, but I'm just not grasping it as easy as I did with the elk call, the diaphragm elk calls. But yeah, so trying to use this decap system, the Beast broadheads. I've just been using a ground blind. I got a tripod set up with the camera, trying to get it all on film. Put on a little show, make it a little more fun. The whole reason, I went for archery instead of like a shotgun, like most people do for the turkeys. I I don't know. Like I said, it's my first season turkey hunting, but I just feel like it looks a little too easy. Like I know where the turkeys are. I know they're coming in, which they definitely were during my first week. But man, the bow is just a different game, and also I'm working like I don't, I got access to some private where I deer hunt, but the turkeys aren't over there, at least in our little quarter of land. So been looking for permission around here. I tried out the public land, or at least scouted it, and there's a ton of people. So I just thought better off going to knock on doors, and I got permission, but it was archery only. And so I figured keep up with my archery skills and um, yeah, and continue with that. So that's why it kind of led me down this path of like, all right, I got to use this beast decap system. I did a review on it. I think they actually shoot pretty well. So, um, yeah, I just want to put it to use now. And so I've been using the ground blind, kind of switch it up later down the line, but I'll talk about that in a sec. First couple days, putting out decoys, wasn't seeing too much, but also trying to get the lay of the land. Like, haven't been able to like scout it preseason. So just day one, I basically went out there. And what did I do? I set up my decoys. Had a couple clucks going on. Didn't hear anything. Didn't see much. And this was an afternoon hunt for my first one. Wasn't able to get out in the morning, unfortunately. But like I said, was just trying to see the lay of the land. And yeah, I mean, it was all right. Pretty slow afternoon. I thought it was actually pretty prime weather-wise. The wind was low. It was nice and sunny, so they could come out in like the open areas and kind of enjoy that sunshine and feed. And you know, it's not like the weather. I mean, at least right now in Wisconsin, and I know like Illinois is getting hammered with rain and wind and everything, and it has been for the past couple weeks. So I thought I had a pretty good chance. But then I was like, all right, maybe this isn't working. I need to try a different spot. Rookie mistake. Started packing up early, and it was like 30 minutes till sundown, and I was like, I wasn't in the groove yet, you know. And as I'm taking this ground blind like down, collapsing everything, um, just just I wasn't in the vibe, like I said, I wasn't in the groove. And then out of nowhere, I just see a hen kind of bolt right through the field I was sitting and sprinted right towards my decoys. And by that time too, I like with the 4-inch blade, you have to take those off when you're, going to and from, unless you just have your arrow knocked the whole time. And I did not. I wasn't super prepared, basically. Moral of the story. Hen comes right out, and I got excited, thought maybe a tom could be right behind her or something. Starting to learn that that's not exactly how they work. I'm used to them whitetails. And yeah. So. Hen comes out, and it was cool to see. Got some good footage. Just not, obviously I'm looking for a big old tom, some paintbrushes hanging down. So didn't uh, didn't see any of those that night, and that was my first hunt. So I wasn't too disappointed. I got to see a turkey, even though I was in the middle of setting everything or taking everything down. It still came out, came right to my decoys. I was like, all right, this isn't the worst spot, I guess. Just not the right timing, you know. And I've seen turkeys all over this land. Like I said, just trying to get a grasp of it and not exactly been able to scout it at all. So try to I don't even know. I'm pretty upset with myself over this, but woke up early the next couple days. I'm pretty sure first day was pretty slow. Second day of waking up early, got out there probably 30 minutes into the day, like the sun started to rise, and I knew like okay, I heard them come down from the roost. I don't have access to where they're roosting, so I got, as close as I could, which isn't very close, and just let out a couple loud clucks, and from the opposite direction, I just hear a ton of gobbles. So that was exciting. They started kind of rolling in my direction, and they were on the property I was hunting. And this morning, I did not set up the ground blind just because I was kind of running late and I wanted to just be super quiet and stealthy. And I ended up seeing them like coming in, a couple toms all puffed up and chest out, everything. And they definitely were a little eerie. They were coming in slow. And they didn't come from the direction I thought they were going to. Like I said, the roost was one direction, they came from the opposite. So they started coming in. Um, and at that point, I'm like, all right, I'm kind of sick of just sitting here and hoping. They didn't seem to enjoy the decoys I had out. So they started veer off the other direction, and all of that combined, I was like, all right, I'm gonna run and bow this, not run and gun, but run and bow. Kind of got up slowly and started like tiptoeing my way out to them. By that time, they definitely saw me, but they weren't quite sure, if I was a threat. They were going pretty slow themselves, and so I got out to them within like a good 25 yards and ranged them real quick. I was like, all right, I can take this shot. I drew back, and before I even like could think what was happening, I had him in the pin, and my arrow slips out off my nock, and I just looked down. I'm like, oh shit, like that's not a good feeling at all. And those beast broadheads, they're sharp. So I was like, okay, like trying to maneuver my way around the broadhead so it wouldn't, hurt me in any way. And it slipped. I looked down. My hand is like off my release, right? And I like I just know like that's all I wanted to do, like not pull the trigger because dry firing the bow is the worst case scenario. Like it just stupid if like it's the last thing you want to do. And I'm draw back and I'm trying to like get the arrow out safely so I can let it down. And all while the turkeys are still 20, 25 yards in front of me. And I'm standing straight up at this point. I'm like, I don't know what to do. Um, so I try to let it down and all of a sudden click. And then like, it just goes off. And a big snap happened. It was not good. It didn't sound good. It kind of broke my heart to hear it. Yeah, and it dry fired. And it was the worst way to end a hunt. 30 minutes into my morning. And like I said, I can't use a shotgun in this spot, so I was just screwed. Turkeys didn't even flinch. They perked up a little. They looked at me, but they just sat there 20 yards away, 25. And they had zero care at all what was going on. And I'm just looking at my bow and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Like I could have filled my tag. This would have been a great start to my season. I was so frustrated. So yeah, this was a big upset. String snapped and everything, like, and I just thought my cams, like I was so worried my cams were just broken, that nothing was gonna work again, and I had to restart. And I'm not in the financial situation right now to, go buy a new setup and do that stuff. Like even just the strings, I was like, I don't even know if I can scrape by enough to get the strings fixed. So I run to my local bow shop come 10 a.m. It was the longest like 4 hours of just waiting for them to open, and then scurried over there. I'm at a new bow shop now since I'm in Wisconsin. Buck Rub out in Delafield. They're great. Grew up shooting there. Got my first bow there. I knew they know what they're doing, and they're pretty reliable. So I ran over there, talked to them, um, and he was like, "Well, normally this bow, like takes custom strings, and that'd take about a week to order and get." And I was like, this is my turkey season. This is like third day in." And he's like, "Well, let me check what we got him back." And luckily, he had one string in the back that would get me by. That's as much information as I can tell you since I'm still learning, the all the lingo when it comes to, the bow technology. It's like a lot of it goes over my head, and that's why I rely on them, the guys at the bow shop. Oh, there we go. Johnny joined the live. What's up, Johnny? Good time to mention, if you're in the middle of your turkey season, be sure to stop by taggedandbag.com, pick up a turkey kit for preservation before you bring it to the taxidermist. Yeah, man, I don't know if I can afford that. Oh man. Yeah, so I don't know. I really screwed up my bow and I was so upset, but those guys really plugged up that buck rub and were able to get me back up and running. And I didn't even, he told me to go sight in again. And I went out there, I shot a couple. He had to fix a twist in my peep a little bit, but besides that, I was back up and running. I didn't even have to touch any of my pins. I was hitting every target dead on. So, yeah, by that night, I was back in the field and going. But yeah, I did end up seeing a couple other toms, and they got close, but not close enough, and wasn't able to secure the first tag. But the second round, I got better plan. I know what I'm doing now that I got some of my first couple days turkey hunting under my helmet a little bit. So I'll be feeling good. Johnny, man, how's it going? Did you do good on your turkey hunt? I'm assuming you got one, man. You know what you're doing. But yeah, it was a big upset, and I keep thinking about the whole situation. I don't understand how I even managed to, like, I wasn't touching my release and my bow just goes off and dry fires. And I can't wrap my head around it. Um, After talking to the guys at the bow shop, they said where I knocked my bow in between my D loop, they that was kind of worn down and that's why it slipped out. Hell yeah. Okay. Okay, Johnny. Hey man, at least you got it done, you know. Yeah, but I have no idea what I'm doing either. This is my first season out. I just keep reiterating that to people because it's like I look like a dumbass just not knowing what to do. But you know, you got to learn somewhere, and that's the whole point of this is so I can share my failures and my mistakes so other people don't do the dumb stuff I do. Yeah, man, totally, 100%. Uh, but yeah, I'm hoping to get, you know, this second season coming around for me. I'm hoping to get it on film. Um, got some better ideas on how to film it. Trying to do like a little GoPro setup in the corner of my blind. And if I'm on the run, I got those like Ray-Ban Metas that, you know, you can record like your point of view. So I'll be using those. And I do have a part-time cameraman, my fiance. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it, Johnny. Yeah. I don't know if that makes me more savage using a bow, but I'm trying. I'm trying, that's for sure. If I was allowed to use a shotgun where I'm hunting, I probably at this point would use one, but all the properties I'm getting permission at, they're just they're bow only, pretty close to town type of thing. So but working on it. Plus, it's just nice. Like I've got a lot going on right now. Just being able to go so like pretty local. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna tell you guys. You guys can go find some turkeys. It's not that hard in Wisconsin. Which is another thing. Like coming from Montana, in my mind, I'm like, I don't even know how to look for a turkey. They're not easy to find out there unless you totally know what you're doing. Um, but I've been struggling lately trying to find and but then I come out here and it's like, oh, they're all over the place. I just got to go knock and ask, you know. So that definitely helps. Um, but yeah, anyways, rough first season. Learned a lot. Definitely going to use all that knowledge I got and put it into, you know, get rolling into play for this next coming season. It'll happen eventually. I just got to keep taking them punches and learning from there. But you live and you learn. So make sure you guys using your bows, even this fall for deer, make sure your knock, your resting point for your knock isn't shaved down too much or your arrow might fall out and then your release spontaneously goes off. I don't even know. Like I'm still mad about it. But just very thankful for the dudes at the bow shop to get me set up and going again. Um, yeah, I was stressing for a moment. I thought my season was over, not only this tag, but my next as well. It's like I don't even know what to do right now. But yeah, so praise God for the bow shop guys. How's it going? Just welcome to the live. This is my first time live podcasting. Usually it's just all recorded, so feel free to ask questions and or just say what's up. And yeah, talking turkeys a little bit. Yeah, had a rough first season and looking back to looking back on it, it's like there's so much I could have done different to, you know, get it done, but live and you learn. It's my first season turkey hunting and using a bow is just I don't know, it's not looking up for me at the moment, but in a couple weeks hopefully get that tag filled. I know I'm the only hunter in the general area of the you know where I got permission and so I'm thankful for that because otherwise all these turkeys would have been killed by now. But yeah, I don't know. For those public land guys out there, I wonder how you guys are doing. I definitely scoped it out and it looked kind of tough. And public land's public land. It's total different game. Way harder of a challenge. Um, even for, those shotgun users, and it can really take a toll on you after, just hammering down for a couple weeks or a week or, whatever amount of time you got. But yeah, another thing that I've realized lately is just the amount of ticks around have been crazy. I don't know if you guys like have heard about that, or I see a lot online. I don't really know what to believe. But I've heard a lot of rumors, random boxes being found in certain locations of just filled with ticks. And then there's some new vaccines against Lyme disease coming out at the same time. And the Lyme Lyme disease is just spreading. There's records and ERs and whatnot of like these new cases from ticks, and it's it's getting kind of out of hand. Um, I don't know. I always think about it and then I swear I feel one, but I've definitely found quite a handful. Actually, when I was doing some work on the deer property this earlier, that was like early March, I got a tick in my like collarbone area. I woke up the next day and was like, what the hell? Like I never had to worry about that. Well, to an extent, it was always like, oh, gotta check for ticks, but it's not like I feel like nowadays, and maybe I'm just playing around in the woods a little bit more now, but I swear as a kid, I like never even it wasn't even a second thought. So you guys should comment down below on Spotify or the guys on live. Like, let me know if you guys have noticed the tick uprise. Like, is that just a me thing? Because I swear it's taking people out. And what's that? The Lone Star tick makes you allergic to red meat. Just not a fan of that. All hunters. It's like we're against everything that stands for, or that disease. It's like that's like a nightmare come tr to real life. Um, and those things are spreading too, I've heard. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know what to believe. I don't know. But from my experience, I've found a lot of ticks on me this season. Um, which reminds myself, I was out this morning just cutting wood and whatnot, and I didn't really give myself a tick check yet, so gotta go over all that and figure it out. But yeah, hopefully knock on wood, knock on antler that it doesn't really become a problem, I guess, any more than it has. It already is a problem, but I don't know. It's just that's nasty. Um Even yeah, in the turkey blind, I found like four on me one morning, just crawling around, and just thinking about it gives me the heebie-jeebies. Don't like that whatsoever. I'd rather, see a bunch of snakes rather than ticks. And it's like now I'm shooting the bird that eats the tick, so it's like it's unfortunate, but I'm sure there's other things out there eating ticks. Someone just told me chickens eat ticks, which is like crazy, crazy concept. I didn't realize chickens eat like anything. Wonder who I talked to about that because they were all over it. They knew exactly what ate the ticks, and that's where I found out turkeys do. So, um, yeah, but you guys should do some research on that. I don't want to say too much, you never know who's listening, but the ticks are out of control. And the turkeys, people call them dumb. Maybe I'm dumber. I'm probably am. But clearly that's how it's what it's coming down to at this point because it's just not working out in my favor. Um, but yeah, I have high hopes for next season. I wonder how many, it's 2 or 3 weeks. I forget, but it's like middle of May. So I don't know, just hoping they get dumber. Maybe if I take a break, I don't know, they kind of just did the same things every day, whether it was like they have like A, B, and C. They would do one of those three things every morning. And if they go to plan A, one's dead. I got them. B and C, on the other hand, that means they're not even coming close to my property, but or the property I got permission on. So hopefully, just it works out. But yeah, I like I mentioned, I did that taxidermy course. That went honestly amazing. I wasn't exactly sure what I was getting myself into. Brooklyn from 406 Boneworks in Belgrade, Montana, had her on the podcast, and I was chatting with her a little bit, off camera and getting some advice. And honestly, like, I'm really happy with the decision I made. The school I went to, it was very informational. It was all one-on-one, so I didn't feel like I was like missing out on information or anything like that. Like, we did everything from, like everything short of taking the cape off the deer myself, which is obviously not expected in the springtime. Like, they're obviously gonna have that prepped and taken off already, but yeah, from step one to the final step, I go back once it's dried and complete it. But we're basically there, and it was super informational. Highly encouraged for anyone trying to get into it and just I don't know. I'm not a big like try to figure it out myself online because I don't know what like I don't even know what to start with. Like I've seen videos of how to flesh an animal, but I like to like see someone do it, and then like when I was doing it, if I like, you could give me advice if I'm doing it one way or like rather than another that may be like more efficient or something like that. And I highly recommend it. Um, for those of you interested, it's called Wagner's School of Taxidermy, down in Milton, Wisconsin, kind of near Janesville area. Um, but yeah, it was a good time. I'm excited to go back learn on birds. I got a couple birds in the freezer currently that I'm going to save till afterwards and practice on those a little bit more. Ooh, excuse me. But yeah, it's been good. Been busy. Still kind of settling into Wisconsin overall. Getting jobs up and rolling. But the turkeys, I swear, in 2 or 3 weeks they're gonna get payback time, big time, because I've invested so much in it now. It's like I gotta take one with my bow. A shotgun isn't an option anymore. Maybe until the last day. By the last day, I don't got one. I gotta take the good old Remington 870 out and take care of business. But yeah, for the new guys joining, welcome to the Pray for Soup podcast. It's the first live that I've done while recording. So just to catch you up real quick, had a rough first season of turkey. I was talking about ticks a lot. Like the ticks are crazy this year. I don't know if you would turkey hunt or you know anything like that, but ticks have been absurd. Um, and yeah, turkeys kicked my ass. But yeah, other than that, taxidermy school highly recommended for those interested. I'm just looking forward to, find a shop and get set up and get started this fall with some of that. Probably just starting off mostly with shoulder mounts. I know a lot of friends and family will, send some deer my way, and I'll start off the price is cheap too. Just get some customers rolling in, and then after that, it's hopefully take off. The guy I learned from, he got all his information. He learned under like one of 9 world champions of taxidermy, so that'll be pretty fun to pick his brain a little more, especially coming into the bird class. And now, I've built a little relationship with them. So I'm really looking forward to just starting that process, building up a shop, maybe a better podcast studio, and get out of this basement a little bit. Zach, how's it going? Um, but yeah, hey man, I saw you shot a turkey and filled your tag. Congrats on that. But yeah, it's a time. I'm just, 100 miles an hour in my head and a bunch of thoughts. But for you guys, it's a pretty slow episode, I know. So my apologies. Kind of just rambling at this point. Just got a lot of thoughts going on, but I am going to have a giveaway coming pretty soon here. Um, like I said, a lot going on, so just trying to get myself organized, and then got a nice giveaway coming. I know last year I did fly fishing for the summer season. Was thinking of, something for turkey season, but that's kind of come and starting to pass pretty soon here. So, I got ideas for the fall time, just working on like a summertime giveaway. I think I'm just gonna do some merch, maybe some wilderness athlete, got, a bunch of stuff to give away that with that. Um, but yeah, we'll see. If you guys also have any comments or ideas, I guess, drop it in the description. What would you like to see in a giveaway? Is it not too late to do a little turkey giveaway, or would you rather just wait for the fall and I'll really kind of double up or double down, I should say, on the giveaway prizes on that. Um, I definitely want to share some love though with the merch. Um, and if you just, screw the giveaway, just want to help support local business or, just learning hunting through the podcast and want to help support, be sure to just send me a message, whether that's through Spotify. I can reach out to you back on there, or easiest way, honestly, would probably be email, which would be preypursuit@gmail.com. Just let me know what you want and what size. We got t-shirts, hats, sweatshirts, stickers, whatever. All purchases come with stickers, so don't buy any, please. Otherwise, I'll just send you some for free. But yeah, or you can DM me on Instagram and I'll get you hooked up for sure. But yeah, other than that, um, I mean, I'll keep you guys updated as the turkey season continues. Hoping to get my first film together. I feel like turkey season's a good one to like practice on. Come this fall, though, I'm really gonna dial in on the filming and getting some content out there. Um, some of these spots I'm turkey hunting, I also got permission to deer hunt already on. So that's pretty nice to know that I just got some backup spots, more local, be able to kind of run out there, before, after work, really, put the bow into action. And oh, that's just the best feeling, hanging up in a tree. And yeah, but I know I already mentioned it. Johnny came and went, and I appreciate him for, sticking around and saying hi. But yeah, I just want to mention Tagged and Bagged. Honestly, great company, ran by a great person. Johnny's awesome. He has another company. I don't want to get it wrong, so give me a second. All right, I'm gonna tag him down below because it's blanking in my mind right now. But he basically raises money through fundraisers to help kids in need get out for their fishing trip or hunting trip or just get outside, and all the fundraising money goes towards that, and helping kids that are struggling, having a hard time. And I can't believe I'm blanking on his company name right now, but. like I said, I'll mention it in the description, so be sure to check that out. Go, fundraise, show up to a fundraiser. I know they got a barn party coming up, and all the proceeds go towards helping kids, and that's what more can you ask for, especially nowadays. It's like hunting, kind of like what Eric from OKS Hunter was talking about. It's like social media really gives hunters a bad rep, and we got to support each other, and starting them young too. Like that's the most important. Keep the culture going. Keep guys like me going. Motivation, just education and whatnot. So be sure to check it out in the description. Go to tagandbag.com. Use the code Pray Pursuit to get 10% off on any order. And just to let them know I sent you over. Uh, they're preservation kits, though. I've been talking to some local taxidermists. I know they're kind of catching wind of it and just ordering kits for to stock up in their shops. So if they're recommending it and they're interested, it's definitely worth your time to go check them out just to make sure your taxidermy comes out as best as possible. If you're gonna go spend the money to go on your dream hunt, shoot your dream animal, but then you come to the taxidermist and they're in a grocery bag. It's not like it's freezer burnt, it's beat to shit. Like you can't make it any better than like the best condition that you brought it in. So if you yeah, I don't get it why the guys like just beat their stuff up and then bring it to taxidermists, expect it to be all perfect again. It's like, no, if you ruffle all the feathers up and they start tearing out, or there's blood stained on there and it's a white bird, you can't get all of that off. Like you can only do so much as a taxidermist. So, just be sure to be smart about it. It's a one-time investment, like well, I guess per animal. Um can't take my word for that one because it's definitely like if you got a lot of birds, you're going to be buying a couple kits, but they got packages, they got the quad duck package. Get 4 duck kits in one, pay a lower price, use my discount Prey Pursuit, 10% off. That's better than, paying full price. And then you don't gotta worry. It's super easy to use, less than, you know, they say less than 5 minutes. I'll even bring it down as less than 3 minutes. It's just you follow the directions step by step. There's like 4 or 5 steps. And it's all packaged away. You can throw it in the freezer for 3 years, you know, bring it back to the taxidermist is still good. So might as well if you're interested in getting some taxidermy done for your turkey. They got big bird kits, they got upland bird kits, they got fish kits, they got duck kits. But yeah, definitely recommend going to check them out. And with that being said, I think I'm going to wrap it up today. So, like I said, apologize for a quick video. I do got a couple guys planned coming on later. Within the month or so, I got a handful of guys now. I got to get back to some of them. But yeah, I'm excited just to get some more feedback from other people on this episode and the next, and build off of that. I know I've been doing this for a while now. I don't even know what episode it is, like 26, 25, something like that. And I still feel like I'm brand new to this, which I am, like all things considered. But working on just being open with you guys and chatting, it's out of my realm since day one. As like if you guys have watched the first couple episodes, I'm pretty awkward. I'm still kind of awkward. I'm just trying to push through that and make it more natural and talk about things you actually care about, because a lot of times it's like, all right, there's this stuff going on, this stuff. It's like, who really wants to hear about this stuff versus what I maybe more passionate about. Like if you guys aren't, then it's like, who cares? You know, I want to talk about stuff you guys care about too. That's why I always like encourage you guys to let me know down in the comments. And I haven't said it in a long time, but if you could and have the time, just give it a 5-star rating or a like or something. Just show some positivity. It helps boost my page and also just, boost my I don't want to say motivation, but it kind of does a little bit. It's not why I do this, but definitely doesn't hurt. Um, but yeah, appreciate you guys for tuning in. You guys too on live. It's pretty cool. I think I'm going to do this more often. Just do it on live and let people, see what's happening. Come check it out. See if they want to listen on Spotify or YouTube, and yeah, should be a good time. So yeah, with that being said, shoot straight, guys, for you guys turkey hunting. Don't do what I did. Don't dry fire your bow. Not recommended. And yeah, see you guys next week.